The occipital lobe is located at the back outer part of the human brain. It is specialized for the function known as early visual processing, which is essentially trying to make sense of the outside environment by helping us to detect objects against their background. The occipital lobe is specialized to help us to detect these objects which are relevant for our survival, such as being able to detect a tiger against the grass or prey that we are hunting against its background. Within the occipital lobe, visual data is being processed from simple to more complex features in a step-by-step process. It begins in the back of the occipital lobe by highlighting and exaggerating pixel data that has been transmitted initially from the retina, then to the thalamus, and ultimately to the occipital lobe. The occipital lobe begins its process by highlighting and exaggerating the pixels that were initially detected. At the next level of processing, pixels can be added together in order to detect edges. And in fact, the occipital lobe is specialized to detect edges and is much better at detecting edges than, say, a video camera that is connected to a computer. From there, edges are added together in the next level of processing to generate the detection of shapes and other discerning features. This is all part of early visual processing. Once these steps have taken place, the occipital lobe then transmits the edges and boundaries of objects to other brain regions for further processing. Damage to a small region of the occipital lobe produces a scotoma or blind spot, a location within the visual field where a person cannot detect light. Damage to a large portion of the occipital lobe leads to a condition known as mind blindness. In mind blindness, not only is a person blind, but they are incapable of remembering what things look like or even learning about what vision is for normal people. And this is quite different from normal blindness caused by damage to the eyes, in which an individual does remember what things look like and does have a strong concept of what vision is and how it works. In individuals who are born blind or who go blind due to an accident or illness of the eyes, the occipital lobe is recruited to perform other sensory functions and actually increases the sensitivity of individuals' hearing and their sense of touch. Blind people, in fact, have more sensitive touch and more sensitive hearing due to the use of the occipital lobe for these functions. But for those of us who are not blind, the occipital lobe is used exclusively for early visual processing.